So for this ride, I am asking for 3 million naira. Ah, my brother, that is too high. I can only do 2 million. Look at how clean it is. Let's settle at 2.8. Okay, let's do 2.5 and I will take it.
As he left the house in his old motorcycle an hour later without breakfast, Obaro wondered if his present financial situation had anything to do with his marriage or the fact that he was the firstborn son and residing in his hometown.
But Kovwo, his one-time boss and friend of over 10 years, a man who was just turning 50 and a firstborn son himself, did not feel sorry for him. The reason being that Obaro was someone who had dated at least 10 different girls within the space of 15 years and prided himself at being a player without any love for the girls. The good, the bad and the ugly, fair, dark, chocolate and even multicolored. Just name them. Obaro had dated them all. And some of these girls had gotten pregnant for him too. But as far as Obaro was concerned, unwanted pregnancy was not a problem for him. He always had just one word command once he became aware of the pregnancy. And that one word command was remove.
Nothing to worry about. Remove. I am not ready to become a father right now. So remove.
So remove.
The last relationship he had with a girl named Antonia before he got married was the most painful of them all when viewed from the perspective of the girl. This was the longest of all his relationship, about 5 years, and they were already living together like husband and wife in the same house.
Antonia loved him greatly, that she could not stay for 1 whole hour without seeing Obaro, unless of course he travelled out of town. And in that case, she would call him every 30 minutes to find out how he was doing. As the months went by, it happened that the girl became pregnant again for Obaro. And in his usual characteristic carefree manner, when he learnt about it, Obaro repeated his one-word command, remove. Antonia had already removed 2 previous pregnancies at his command. But this time, she begged and begged Obaro, promising that she was ready to manage with him and would not put any financial pressures on him. But Obaro was not having any of that drama.
That became a major point of conflict in their relationship, as Antonia could not understand Obaro's behavior. It was not as if she was ugly. She was a very beautiful girl with full hips and waist that could arouse lust in even the most disciplined preacher. And though widely sought after by different young men who were more handsome, she had decided to pitch her tent with an unrepentant player like Obaro. But like someone possessed and blind at the same time, her lover was insistent on removal of the pregnancy. So against her own personal wish, she had it removed. As she was undergoing the abortion, she shed tears because she knew it was finally over between her and Obaro. She was already 27 years old and was not ready to continue to waste her time with an unrepentant player who was clearly not ready to settle down. It was after she was gone that Obaro's eyes became opened. Then he went in pursuit of Antonia, who had travelled back to her parents' house in Port Harcourt to try and plead with her to return. But he was unable to see her.
It's okay.
She had left a strongly worded message with one of her siblings that on no account should they reveal her whereabouts to Obaro.
So, with nothing left to do, and now eager to put his playboy life behind him, he decided to go back to his old flame, 30-years-old Philomena, who had just completed her degree program and was about going for youth service. Fair and almost the same height with Obaro, she too was good looking, but not as attractive as the ebony black Antonia. Looking at her, one would wonder what she, like Antonia, saw in Obaro that made her agree to his proposal. But one may never know what makes women agree to the relationship and marriage proposals of men. Maybe it is because women admire men who are courageous and bold. In any case, within a month of going back to Philomena, they were married. And that was when the real problem started.
If I knew it was going to be like this, I would never have married you.